Happy days. Welcome to your NA Master Grand Finals. We have got Elements of Harmony taking on ZoKorp tonight. It's a rematch of your upper bracket finals. It is your final match of the season. We're here to crown a champion. Both these teams guaranteed at least $3,000 in prize money for making it this far, for coming in at least second place. But you know what? There's that total $7,500 for the winner of this match tonight. An additional $4,500 on the line for the team that can come up with this first to four series, excuse me. ZoKorp coming out of the winner's bracket. We're able to 3-1. You know what? Let's just take a look at that bracket. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let me pull that up. Let's just take a look at it. Hey, where's my bracket? There's my bracket. ZK Warrior, fourth seed. Coming out of regular season. Elements of Harmony, your third seed. We got a little bit of a rebrand here out of the squad. As you may recognize, their previous name under Daystar, or one of the many myriad of names that they had. The core of the ZoKorp squad has stayed the same and has stayed exceptional. Elements of Harmony, after that 3-1 loss, did have to go into the lower bracket to, fight out against the '1 seed of Boot Troop, and what a fight it was. Certainly the best match that we have seen all season long here for Season 6. One of the best matches we have had, period. It was 5th point, Flashpoint, 99-99 on Suravasa, final point of the series kind of thing there in that lower bracket finals. Wild match. But Harmony tough it out. And then fight their way back for this rematch. Elements of Harmony did win this matchup in the regular season. So this was a 3-1, and it was after the roster lock. So at this stage, at this point, it seems like both of our teams have taken a 3-1 dub over the other this season. So we're kind of back to a net neutral, right? Like, it kind of feels like, each team has won one. It's going to be a best of 3 series-wise over the course of Season 6 to determine this champion. So, for the Harmony fans out there, there is precedent for them taking the dub. But ZoKorp did take it in that upper bracket finals, and a lot of that was on the back of Graveyard's Wuyong. We got to look at the bottom of the screen. You notice that ZoKorp are coming in with a 1-0 lead. We have a winner's bracket map advantage, which they had in Seasons 2 and 3, and then they did away with in Seasons 4 and 5, which I way preferred not having the map advantage. It feels a little weird. Me personally, no, I have no bias at all. I'm rooting for everybody to have a good time and that we get, as many matches of amazing Overwatch as humanly possible. I want our ZoKorp squad to do well. They're kind enough to support my stream and to, help me keep the lights on around here. Damn right, I want them to do well, but that doesn't mean like I'm solely cheering them on, right? Like there's a difference. There is a big difference there, as a matter of fact. As your caster, as your host, as your humble host, I genuinely am just here to try to present T2 Overwatch and try to help all of these gamers shine. So I'm not rooting against anyone. How about that? I'm not rooting against anyone. What I was saying there before talking about bias is the 1-0 at the bottom of your screen is accurate. You see that also reflected in Liquipedia. And, much to my chagrin, or whatever we believe should be the answer on that, it means that ZoKorp start with a 1-0. We can talk about whether that's a good thing later. But for now, it stands. It has been confirmed with the admins. It also has been confirmed with both of our teams. So both of our teams are aware. Everybody is on the same page. ZoKorp do start with a 1-0 map advantage because they won those winners bracket finals. That is what the admins have decided. That's what we're dealing with here tonight. Hence the 1-0 at the bottom of your screen, and that is accurate. Lijong pick here from... Wait a minute. So, is Harmony getting map pick here? This is your team through the lower bracket getting first map pick, which also means they'll get first ban. Now, this is a little awkward because ZoKorp were the lower seed. So that's why Harmony are getting map pick, is because Harmony were 3rd seed and ZoKorp were 4th seed. It is Harmony who are going to get our first ban. Now, last time they wasted no time banning out the Wuyong, knowing that, Graveyard has been, an insanely good Wuyong. One of the best Wuyongs I've seen, not just in a master, across all of Master Division period, and also bleeding over into OWCS. I think Graveyard really has come up with an exceptional grasp on the new hero. We are not going to go right for that ban again. So a little bit different ban this time. It's going to be the Brig ban out of Harmony to start things off. So a previous match was also a Samoa pick. Harmony did get first pick in that one as well. These are retooled rosters. You know, you may not recognize the names, but you start looking at the rosters and you're going to recognize some of these players, right? On ZoKorp, you're going to have Dion and Pella leading the charge, which actually Dion showing being in here. We expected to see Pella come in. We had Pella playing mostly in the upper bracket finals. You'll have Manually and Talisman who've just been outstanding there in the DPS role with Graveyard and Narwhal to back them up, right? I mean, all recognizable names here. These are some of the best in NA Path to Pro. Elements of Harmony. This is a team that was previously alternate. They were also Siena Heights University. So Social and Temp, long time teammates, been playing together since season 2 of FACEIT League. Fought their way from the ground up to make it all the way into Master Division. Have, you know, picked up Kirito not long after that. Most recently added Tools and Chain to the roster to kind of round out and cinch up their tank issues. This has built an incredibly strong roster, and one where Social and Temp have fought their way from Expert Division to your grand finals here in Master Division. This would be warranting a shot in OWCS if we were going to get a stage 4, right? Okay. It's going to be a Diva ban out of the gate. One of the strongest bans at ZoKorp's disposal, going right for Tools in that tank line. Apparently the bans are bugged. I was wondering about this Brig ban, as a matter of fact. That is not what's happening. We are going to see a repeat of exactly what we saw in the upper bracket finals. It is a Samoa pick with your Wuyong getting banned out. This is exactly what we saw Harmony do in their first matchup. I believe it's a Zarya ban, actually, which is the exact same ban that ZoKorp brought out in their previous matchup. So what you're seeing on your screen right now is unfortunately not accurate. The page is bugging out a little bit. Let's see. Let me go get those plugged in. We're headed to Samoa to kick things off. It was ZoKorp coming away with the 3-1 victory in the winners bracket finals in this previous matchup. They did take the 2-0 on Samoa on that first time around. Oh, excuse me, it was a 2-1. I stand corrected. Excuse me, it was a 2-1 on Samoa that first time around. Graveyard with one of the nastiest Wuyongs we have seen. Very commonly putting up 5-digit damage numbers with the Wuyong. Harmony attack that immediately. Take away Graveyard's Waterbender. No, it's apparently it's a dry county here in Samoa. I'm sorry to say. For all those who are used to getting wet there with the Yosa Strait. Ooh. Pella going into the Winston. This is actually something that worked pretty well for Pella, even when the ball was banned out. What a great start here. This early picks, this is something that Harmony struggled to find in the entirety of the upper bracket finals. A wonderful first fight. And this is going to grab him first cap as they were able to ambush Pella on the back of that dive in. Really caught Pella kind of, without cooldowns. Treasure played off play. Really looking for Manually and Temp kind of getting in position. Okay. Temp rolling away from the dive. Pella's able to get out. Meanwhile, you have Social to go help with that flank. Let's get more of an overhead. See where all Talisman's now circled back around. This is giving up a little bit of space. And they're going to swap. So Manually is going to kind of go whole flank. You end up, both teams going to end up with a 5v5. Versus a 3-2 split. Or 4-1 split. I mean, this is all favoring this long fight. This is favoring Harmony right out of the gate. They're going to build up 2 of your first ultimate. Keep an eye on the clapback with this Kitsu. Ooh, Talisman is going to get caught. Ends up out of sync with the rest of the team. While there's a rotation there from the core, Talisman goes down. But, the 4v5 Kitsu, Juno's able to get theirs built up in time. You've lost Social in this exchange. So if this continues, perhaps you're able to get the rally into the mix. Oh, nice shot from Manually. You pick up Lampet. Slowly but surely. You get ZoKorp able to kind of muscle their way back onto this point. Finally getting the value out of the Winston. Blast off buds just joined my lobby. Oh no, and perished. I would be scared. Sound barrier versus a whole lot of ultimates here. This is an interesting decision. You have so many ultimates from Harmony. I mean, excuse me, from ZoKorp. Oh, you just get the sound barrier out. Oh, but Social lands the headshots. You find value out of the beat. Even though it felt a little preemptive, you just used the primal rage to get the beat out. But now you're able to just layer in the rally here if you're ZK. You protect the retreat from Pella. Pella's going to see if they can... Oh no, it's going to be Kiwi who finds the pick. And these late staggers will match the percentage here for ZoKorp. Tools makes a swap. I don't recall seeing the Mogger come out in the bracket finals. Tools and stuck with the Diva whenever possible. Now the Zarya band out here. It may affect that a little bit. We are gonna get a Kitsu fight. Keep an eye on Tep. Needs a big fight here. It's been a little quiet so far in this opening round. He's able to drive off Talisman. Both Kitsus are up. Deadeye just zones off the point. You get the flip here if you're Harmon. Talisman already spent their pulse. Now the response, Deadeye. The touch from Tools will deny the recap and the exact same thing happening to them. Tip is able to find that kill. I was talking about they need to deliver. There's a big headshot. You're going to stay manually rolling up out of the fight. Chase them down for the second kill. And Tip getting a little more warmed up as I say that. You know, you missed a couple shots. That's okay, though. You did good work on that one. You got both DPS there if you're Tip. And you're going to clean up a kill onto Graveyard as well. Excuse me, on Apella as well. Oh, no shot! What? Lampet, what? What? I caught that in 4K. That was disgusting. What a predictive stick. That was magical. Like, it meant nothing at the end, but what a message. Ubor, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. What was that stick? That was ridiculous. That was insane. So that's the kind of match it's gonna be. No swaps compositionally. Felt like getting the hell out of there. Whoop. Still 7 seconds before it unlocks. I mean, Pella's taking so much damage. Actually able to heal up and kind of reset before the point unlocks. Like, the poke damage was not good, but it was early enough that may not matter. We are getting some early presence on the objective. This could turn into a cap. Pella, it looks like in a bit of an awkward spot, but you know what? It ends up being Tools who gets demacked. Not only that, but ZoKorp are able to deny a cap. Imagine that had to be Talisman, who's on point in favor of Pella out here, grabbing a couple picks. At least the D-Mech and the kill onto Pella, onto Tools. And we do eventually get this first cap. Okay, there's the jump up, bubble use. Tip is down low. Still, Pella takes an enormous amount of damage. Is able to escape, get around the corner before Tools can finish him off with the micro missiles. Yeah, that lampet stick was absolutely disgusting. That was so gross. It's like that was like a 1 in 100 broadcasts. Do I see something that cool? And Lampet does it again. Hits manually with 1 here. I wasn't fast enough getting into your palm, Lampet. I'm so sorry. The beat from Social barely finds 3. Was lucky to hit Temp there at the very end of the beat. Pella's gonna pop this Primal Rage as the rally fades. Beautiful layering from ZoKorp. Somehow they didn't get the cap, but you know what? Pella, you know, shows us they got a little bit of that Korean in them. Gets the 3-piece. This will be enough for the flip. Woo. All right, give me some Wintons in chat. Winton emotes free for all followers here because Winton is a hero of the people. Let me see some Winton emotes in chat there for Pella. That was gross too. That was really nice. Really nice Primal Rage. So, Tool's making the swap. Since you can't fall back into that Zarya. It's now the Ramattra, the 3rd choice here to try to find an answer. So far, Pella still stands tall. Finds first pick in this fight. And Temp's gonna have to back away. Oh. Harmony in a lot of trouble here. Woo! That little the extra leap to secure the kill onto Temp. Oh, it just makes me smile. I mean, good Winston play like that just makes me smile. Oh, we got PK in chat. You legend. I appreciate you being here, my friend. All right, Lampet. You've had, like, proper style pulses. You got a 3rd one? Oh, that one's not going to connect. Great predictive jump from Pella. Pella's spider senses were tingling. The monkey senses. Yeah, something like that. I'm a scientist. Gets to up. This drives Tools away. Tools into the corners. Actually, Temp gets found out. Great recognition. Well, Tools is trying to hide around the corner. The call is made to jump onto the Cassidy. And you just take all the teeth out of this comp. And this should just be the coconuts going over to ZoKorp. And us heading to a map 3. Let's see. Where's Lampet? Lampet, you gonna give us a touch? Yeah, Lampet's down low. Lampet's bot time. You got a couple more reinforcements have shown up here. Lampet had to bugger off. And there you go. It's coconuts for ZoKorp. Mick says you just kicked me from the Discord VC. Uh-oh. What the? There's some Wintons. That's what I'm talking about. That was a really great primal. That was such a good primal. The versatility of Tools on display in the Hazard, one of their strongest heroes. I feel like in recent, the Hazard and the Diva, to me, are Tools will stand out. I mean, I remember Tools playing Diva back in Overwatch 1 days, right? Obviously, the Hazard a little newer than that, but look at this. You're able to just chase Pella down. Pella looked very uncomfortable up there. Cannot stay in that deep in enemy territory. Has to fall back behind the center pillar. This is going to give a chance for a Harmony to set up and surround. Keep an eye on Temp. Where are we positioning Temp? Find these angles. Find these sight lines. We saw a chunky headshot land. Now we're going to get a rotation to the left. See if we can pincer this in. Start reducing the amount of room that Pella has to work. See if we can paint them into a corner. Pella low. Pella's dead. Beautifully done. Patience rewarded here for Harmony. They get a plethora of opening picks off of some beautiful, just kind of ebb and flow in that opening team fight and grab first cap as well. Yeah, the Ram did feel like a little bit of a desperation thing. I'm liking this Hazard look a lot better. All right. Pella says, fine. Fine. You're gonna pull out the Hazard against my Winton? We're going with the all-white Wrecking Ball. I like this like bone white Wrecking Ball. It's just so cool looking. It changes the dynamic of the ZoKorp comp so much. Let's see if we can figure out how we're staging. We're looking to stage from left-hand side. Pella's already in very deep, opening up some room for manually try to find some shots. You force a decision to be made here from Harmony, and the decisions end up going to be Temp using the Deadeye to keep those squishies at bay. I think you're going to have Lampent chasing the Wrecking Ball away. Nope, Lampent's down here hunting for squishies as well. What a great wall! Tools put Kiwi in between a spike and a hard place, a wall and a spiky place? Something like that. Pella making things awkward, moves in and alongside Talisman will pick up the kill on the social. We're gonna swap traces here for you. I know, that was kind of a weird thing to do. Never mind, let's go look at the Has. Downpour in. Successfully predicted the Kitsu, unfortunately did not catch anybody. We are gonna get the chase down. Temp in trouble, rolls out, but still cannot escape the grasp of Pella's hamster. Low health bars all drop. ZoKorp went out. They did not allow Juno to get their Kitsu into this fight. Kiwi comes up with 2 crucial final blows there. I did not see why Juno didn't get the Kitsu down. We saw some early pressure on Temp. Maybe it was just that, that enough of a distraction, the timing on Pella's pile drive and that engagement on a Temp combined with a Kitsu. Juno, no chance to respond. But, does have the Kitsu advantage here and 90% on the board. Lampent trying to get a free cap. Suzu used protect against the bowler shot. Social will get an opening pick. What an opening pick. Drops the beat. That's 4 hit by the barrier. We're going to go chase down somebody in the top left. Temp will find Graveyard. And it's +2, +3. Fight, win, point flip here for Harmony. Pella's still on the case. He's going to drop mines in at 95%. Lingering along for the 97. Make sure we get a yellow bar. Kitsu is up here from Juno. Finally throwing that in. Let's keep an eye on Lampent. This pulse bomb landing on Pella could just be the end of the stall. Looking for it. Doesn't quite get it. Pella bounces off. Kiwi gets 2. Kiwi drops the beat in. Finds a double kill with the right click. Somehow has clawed ZoKorp back into this. Kiwi gets a 3rd. Kiwi! My goodness! We got a little bit of a stagger here out of Lampent, but that is going to be a flip. ZoKorp, grab control. And now are able to start layering some ult. Oh, I will say, okay, you got a couple of dangerous ones coming in from Harmony as well. Downpour combined with Deadeye. You could just corral everybody, with the Deadeye into a corner and lock them all in place once they're trying to hide. Talisman is lurking along this rotation through stairs side. Couple blinks around the museum. Tim will pop this Deadeye from the high ground. Finds a skull manually. No! Walks out in front of that. Gets popped immediately. Downpour's gonna catch Pella. And the Wrecking Ball's in deep trouble. Pella will be in spawn. Watch the timer. Temp gets 2. Lampent gets 2. Harmony look to close out this map. I don't see any touchers. It's a 2-1 here in Samoa. And Harmony will tie us up. Even the odds after our opening map in these grand finals. They've eliminated the handicap. So we get a ZK map pick. And we get Jibby. Or we're gonna get the Diva ban. You bet you would get the Diva ban. And I wouldn't be surprised to see, we saw this previously from ZK, and they still played the Winston. I wouldn't be surprised to see Pella in, to see them go right back into the Winston here for map 2 in this Watchpoint Gibraltar. Look at some stats there from map 1. Let me get the bands and everything plugged in. We're gonna get a side swap with that Diva band as well. Very, very close. 5 to 7 in deaths from ZoKorp, 6 to 8 in deaths, 6 to 9. Social has one extra one in there. Really, 6 to 8 is kind of, well, on the average there. Extremely close. Like, it looks like ZoKorp won an extra team fight, frankly, is kind of how that looks to me. That would also be reflected in the elims, right? You're looking at Talisman at 23 and 7. You're looking at manually with 17 elims and 13k damage. But on the other side, you got Temp leading the lobby with 16k, beating out both of our tanks. Our tank's insanely close, by the way. Our tank's within are 207 damage 207 damage, separating our two tanks. That's how close they were. Despite, you know, kind of the tank swaps that we saw coming through. We saw a number of tanks played in that opening map. Watchpoint Gibraltar was the first map pick of ZoKorp in that previous series, and it was the map that they closed out the series on. So Harmony got all 3 map picks prior to that. And in that upper bracket finals, it took them until Esperanca to find their top. Not the case here tonight. I'm getting into map 2, tied at 1-1 after Harmony eliminating the handicap of a winner's bracket map advantage with that map 1. Very, very close map 1 win on Samoa. Get in map 2. I owe you a ban. It's a... Hold on. Please hold. It's an Ana ban. Here from Harmony. The Zarya ban was from map 1. Tools comes in the hazard with the Diva band out. No surprises. Same thing we saw before. This is a different approach from Pella, though. It was exclusively Winton on Watchpoint Gibraltar. We're going to start with the wrecking ball here today. Graveyard gets to use Weiyong for the first time tonight. And we've been singing Graveyard's praises on this hero quite a bit here recently. We'll see if it comes to fruition here in map 2. A lot of long-range sightlines to poke and spam with here. Early damage thrown towards Tool's direction. Drop down from blue box. You have Lampet holding down Cart. Graveyard kind of helping out, creating an unfortunate situation for Lampet. Lampet had to back out, grab heals, rotate back around. I was wondering if Tools was going to move in. No, Tools tries to go high ground and ends up running into a 1v3, taking an enormous amount of damage. Tempest's going to flank, see if they can alleviate some of that pressure. Nope, thought about it. Falls back. Pella catches Lampet. Seems like that was in that lower right-hand corner by the mini. Tools goes up looking for a trade. I think saw a low manually, but not able to isolate the kill. Temp does eventually finish off that. Cart's almost made it in. Ooh, good pick from Lampet, though. It's kind of even the odds. Graveyard shows up in the kill feed. Pella is going to find a kill on the Lampet, but now we have an Matrix up here from Juno. We're still a little bit away from either the Tidal Blast or the Pulse Bomb. Manually still making their way back into this fight period. And we get a bit of a reset. What a save. What a save there from Lampet. Tidal Blast thrown on to the Talisman. Runs in, double blinks, doesn't land it, but the stick is good. The lamp was still there, though. Tool Social gets the rally in play despite eating a volley of headshots. The rally keeping him alive and well. Kitsu thrown in late to the fight. Social's trying to make something happen while they still have a rally to work with. Manually playing from the high ground. Mines are now out. Manually been sent packing. I believe it was actually, I'm not sure who landed the shots. Juno, I believe it was, who landed those shots. But Talisman cleans up 2 down low. And try to cut the knees off from underneath this defense. The Tools downpour will not find purchase. We eventually get to this cap. 4 minutes as we head into the shuttle bay.
Efficiency rating. Maximum danger.
I love watching different styles of wrecking ball play. Pella kind of does these like wide sweeping angles on the ball. There's one right there. You know, beautifully done. You kind of find that nice diagonal catches Tip just perfectly. Like the placement of that is so hard to deal with. But you know what? Tip shrugs it off, lands a shot against Manual. Card has moved underneath, and without Lamp Hit, this is going to force a drop. Tool's going to swap to a Sigma, by the way. He's able to gobble up Talisman's Pulse Bomb. Wow, what a great kinetic grasp. And it looks like the force down might not have hurt this defense. As I say that, oh, Social gets the stun onto the blasted talisman to send the Tracer right back into spawn. A beautiful rally. Lampet piles on a pair to help this defense stabilize. It's a good hold. And it only cost this defense their rally. Lampet is back. The team's just swapping sides every map. I'm sorry, I know I keep doing that. The team's just swap sides every single map. And eventually, like, my brain just eventually just it's like it picks one. It's like, wait, no, the blue Tracer is now Lampet. It's not Talisman. Wait, now we're back. All right. Talisman picks up a kill out of Judo to start. What an opening pick that's going to be. That's going to take Immortality. Failed so much. Sustain. Manually luring in the bolus shot. And you know what? I think health bars got a little lower than ZoKorp would have liked, but they do get the cap. Two points on the board, 320 to work with. We're rounding the first corner into point C. What's up, Beauregard? Who do you think's gonna win this one? Buddy? My dog chilling here behind me, enjoying this fantastic grand finals. What a rock out of tools! Almost built up towards that flux. Lampet goes down to finish off Graveyard. So you just have Kiri heals. There is a Kitsu in play, and Talisman's able to find a kill. So dancing around a Ant Matrix on the other side, it's still even here between these two teams. Oh, until Temp does that. Beautiful headshot sends a message to Kiwi's direction. No swift step out. We're using our wave dash to avoid the pulse. I believe that was, yeah, Talisman does save the title blast in that. Sorry, I missed that pulse too. Talisman with a good play. I was watching Graveyard's pub. I was on the wrong pub. What a play there out of Talisman. We're rounding the final corner with 2 minutes. And this point always feels so bad once the cart rounds that corner. It's so tough. It's so tough for the defense to find, you know, a good place to stabilize, even with the added boxes, you know, some time ago. Warden was Daystar. ZoKorp was Daystar prior to this. They were also, like, they went under the Extinction banner at one point. That was, like, back in Season 4, like, when they had Haven on the squad. Honestly, I forget all the banners that they've played under. Season 5, they had a totally different name. They weren't Daystar or Extinction. Season 5, they were. Give me a second, I'll think about it. Dreamland, yes. Daystar Dreamland, yes. So yeah, this is their 4th name in 3 seasons. But it's still kind of that same core. Yeah, you picked up manually and Talisman after Haven retired or whatnot. Picked up Pella here very recently. What a pickup that has been. Pella, by the way, going over into the Winton here to try to push this thing home. 45 seconds left to go as Juno drops the Ant Matrix into the back line. Valuing breaking the bubble. Break bubble, friends, it's important, but there's a Kitsu in play. Kiwi's able to find a kill on the Social with that. Tool's trying to dance around this Ant Matrix, but manually just layers in so much damage. That Kitsu out of Kiwi was absolutely flawless. Rocking the streetwear skin. Kiwi once again with an enormous play here on Jibby, trying to give this edge to ZoKorp. 17 seconds to go, and we get a touch from Tools. Timp got killed out of their ultimate. I think Talisman and Manually might have just delivered 3rd point on the board here. I love how the explosion of the title blast coincided with the dong. That's cool. Who's favored here? I mean, it's pretty neck and neck. It's pretty neck and neck. Harmony were your 3rd seed. ZoKorp were your 4th seed. ZoKorp won the upper bracket final 3-1. But Harmony took the regular season matchup 3-1. I don't think the T1 spray, I see you. I don't think it's a 90%. I would say, yeah. Yeah, I think FACEIT kind of has the right idea here. I think it really, I would say like 55-45. Like, we did see ZoKorp really, I mean, looked outstanding in the upper bracket finals. They really took it to them. But we've already seen Harmony look a lot better. Now, we did get a full hold out of ZoKorp on this map. And it was a map 4 in that upper bracket finals, and it was the map that secured the win and this grand final spot. And a spot in your Masters Showdown, which we will see broadcast exclusively at your OWCS Stockholm Finals. Finals in Stockholm. Damn it, I'm so close. Oh, popping Lampet with those big orbs. Lampet looks like blinks behind the rejuvenating wave, but does end up forced out at the end of the day. One thing I do want to highlight here, I mean, as we are, back into the Winston Hazard mirror, which, I mean, Tools just melted Pella before, forced an into swap previously, but we're also getting the Freya versus the Cass mirror once again as well here. So the Cass in a vacuum, Cass does very good against the Freya at a 1-to-1, assuming they can close the distance enough to get some shots down. So this early ground picked up from Tools is going to allow Temp to move up to this high ground and kind of do just that. See if they can shorten this range a bit. We don't have any access to the comms, unfortunately, right now. That is something we can talk about getting in the future, especially with me working so closely with ZoKorp, with their team. Maybe we can make that happen in the future. Beautiful bolus, shot hits 3. Juno was able to get down the Immortality Field. Ant Matrix in play as well, though I don't see where it went. Anybody? What happened to Ant Matrix? Manly and Talisman are able to connect, and it's a +1 here for your defense. Kitsu in, help secure this hole. I don't mind this Kitsu. This is a 4v3 Kitsu out of Kiwi. If there was a one coming in on the other side, I would worry about it, but Juno used their Ant Matrix already, and you don't have a Kiriko to worry about, like, to try to mirror. So I actually really like that 4-3 Kitsu out of Kiwi to secure that fight. You've gotten the clock now below the halfway mark in Graveyard with a pick on the Lampet. Makes things go really bad here for Harmony as they move up to try to get some high ground. When I take, what I do is just rush in 1-on-4 and get crushed. You know what? Me too. You know what? That sounds like, some of our gameplay streams around here. We might see some of those later in the week. that sounds really familiar. Downpour, rally, throw it in. The shield bash actually catches Pella long enough for the downpour to root them. Good opening picks. Tools finds their third final blow. Cart rounds the final corner. And with 60 seconds remaining, Harmony are in a good place here. Comparable time bank to what we had in the opposition. All right, Pella's had enough of trying to play the Winton into the Hazard, and does make that swap. I think, judging by ult charge, made that swap prior to the last fight. I'm surprised started on the Winton at all, to be perfectly honest. Great grapple usage there to try to bait out cooldowns and secure a good pile drive. Tools makes a move to the high ground. Tim gets canceled. Actually, does get the shot off. Excuse me. Gets killed. Ends up being a 1-for-1. Graveyard finds the second DPS, as they are clearly a DPS in their own right. And those come from the Ozzy ring. We heard Ozzy talking about how when you're running the Freya alongside this Weon, that your Freya and your Wulong end up being your heavy damage dealers and put up all this initial damage. And where Pala and Talisman can clean it up. Now, we saw this in reference to Gike, where they were running the Lucio with it as well. We are seeing the more traditional, what we've seen kind of more meta, and I think probably a little bit easier to play, especially with Kitsu, as we're getting the Kiriko variation on that comp, but a very similar composition, actually, now that I'm analyzing this. Great stick out of Lampent has been outstanding with the pulse bombs all night long. Ant Matrix in play, but manually up top. Doesn't give a good goddamn about your Ant Matrix. Lampent somehow escaping disaster. His defense should stabilize. Lampent moved down onto the cart, but yeah, it was an overwhelming odds zone there. Waterbender buff. Graveyard buff. Rally downpour, 80 seconds to play with. Downpour to try to peel from the back line. Pella does not get out in time. Dropped it. Ooh, what a tidal blast thrown in from Graveyard. Saves Pella. You get all that additional healing, the damage mitigation, and Kiwi gets 2. An impeccable play out of this back line. And Kiwi and Graveyard do it again. Unbelievable. No, a very aggressive hold with 45 to go. We're looking for an early setup with these mines. No ultimates on the other side. Social, I mean, we're getting swaps. Social and Temp, both going over fast pace, looking for picks. A lot of stall potential, knowing that this is most likely their final chance. And even if they win this fight, they're going to have to win a second one to get the cap. Pella's already going to take Social down. Social trying to go get Mega Room. Pella has having none of it. Has managed to corral Harmony into a corner with the mines where Talisman plants one onto Tools. Like a big kiss from anti-Talisman. It's a gross smackaroo right on the cheek of Tools. Send them back into spawn, reeling away. 3 seconds to go. ZoKorp retake their lead with a win here on map 2. Hey, I will say, you know, for those asking, for Warren asking about, you know, who's favored here, we've already seen, like in the previous series, we saw the exact same bans on map 1, the exact same map pick on map 1, but Harmony came out on top this time. So we've already seen Harmony buck the trend of the upper bracket finals. Now, ZoKorp, yeah, they didn't have to pull off this WPG pick until map 4 previously. They were able to use it to secure the series last time. This time it's just being used to take the 2-1 lead, and what is a first to 4 series? You know, important bans already used. We've had the Wuyong ban used in that previous map. Now you get the Ana ban out of Harmony, both of those being bans from Harmony. We've had the Zarya ban already used here from ZoKorp. And then, once again, targeting a tank and going for the Diva there in map 2. Suravasa pick here out of EOH, and Harmony will move back into the red outlines. We're headed to Suravasa, and we are going to get that ball ban. This is a great map for the ball ban, but it is, I mean, your other most powerful ban. I don't know if the ball ban is more powerful or less powerful than taking Wuyong out of Graveyard's hands. They both feel pretty equal. Not gonna lie, they both feel pretty darn equal. Look at some stats there for map 3. Map 2, rather. It's a 2-1 lead. My brain is just gonna struggle with that. It's map 2. What stands out, friends? What stands out? Pella at 37-3. That's a pretty enormous standout. Yeah, that'll do it. 14k damage there for Manually. Now, talk about just how good Manually has looked this season. Yeah, I feel like I've been casting Manually for a couple of years now, and really just keeps getting better and better. Every time I see Manually play, it just gets better and better and better. I was used to seeing him manually in the collegiate scene with Brad Stratton, but has looked so good here in this ZoKorp squad. Will lead the server in damage there from map 2. Cassidy ban out of ZoKorp. So immediately going towards, we've obviously seen Temp using this hero a lot tonight. So with this Cassidy ban, this means Temp is coming out, headed to the bench. We're going to get Kirito, flex DPS player, just kind of flex extraordinary period, coming in here for Harmony. Has a main Pharah, has a main Symmetra, either of which could be really, really good here. And either of which can work well against the ball, particularly the Sim. I think the Sim works pretty well against a Wrecking Ball. We kind of heard Jazzy talking about during the lower bracket finals last night that the Sim can really make a Wrecking Ball's life very difficult. We're getting set ready here for some Suravasa. Let's get this. Well, time for map 3. Graveyard's damage last game. Here, I got you. Graveyard came away with 13k damage. 13.2k damage. Had more damage than the Wrecking Ball. Yeah, good question. I meant to bring that up, Big Shot. Good question. Well played, Faceted. You don't take any guff from these swine. Whoa. You might earn yourself a 10-minute timeout. You're careful. You're not careful there. Get him, Faceted. Get him. Damn right, Payne. You don't F with my mods. You're a fool. Don't fuck around with my mods. All right, sorry. First cap has gone over ZoKorp Pella. Moving into the Winston here, obviously in lieu of this Winston, this ball ban. What a jump! Like from across the previous map, Pella lands and tools left to secure the kill onto the baby diva. We did get a nice little disengage with Kirito's Symmetra. And this is, yeah, we are seeing the Sim. Manually with some good shots, just kind of pinning Harmony down. Oh, and with low health bars, Pella there to finish him off. And exactly what we were seeing our OC talk about earlier, where manually just doing some lion's share of the damage, big AoE, chunky damage, and then you have, Pella and or Talisman right there to finish off low health targets. Just like he drew it up so far here for ZoKorp. Uh-oh! Talisman missed their blink. Was trying to go, oh, no, maybe not. Maybe he actually was chasing Lampet. And Lampet ends up down in the Mega. Perhaps it's just a fortuitous. Talisman gets the blink melee. Meanwhile, let's check back in with Manually, as they have invested the Bolo shot, gotten a kill on Akira, so never mind. I should have just stayed on Talisman. What a dynamic DPS duo we have in our hands here. And we're going to get a little bit of a stagger on Juno. And the cap on the market. ZoKorp will start us off strong here on Suravasa. I am doing camera. I am in lobby for this grand finals in control of your camera and this Primal Rage. Are we able to catch Tools? Cool. Tools did have, oh my goodness, Pella got out with 1 health, and Tools had the boosters get back on dry ground. Does not stay alive though. The celebration does not last. And once again, we get ZoKorp coming out with first cap. 4 ultimates online. I mean, you won that previous fight with just a primal. Kitsu is answered by the sound barrier, but you've got to get some kills, and you got to get him now. Kirito onto this Reaper. I mean, a lot of damage, but you're not really able to lock anybody down. Okay, it's Lampin who gets it done. Lampin delivers 1, Social delivers 1. 3v2, favoring Harmony, and they get the flip. Woo! Feels like it was on a knife's edge. And still you have manually kind of looking for an early trade as Pella comes back into the fight.
I don't forget a favor.
What is going on out there? Social fights manually at the beginning of this fight, but that's gonna be the only pick. Well, the only pick early. Okay, no stray self-destruct kills this time. We've seen that happen way too many times here in this playoffs. You know, I got a bit worried there for a second. Well, we'll get the second D-Mech and feels like as many seconds in a flip here. At 71% in this super nasty stagger. It's gonna be tough for Harmony to get a fight here. This is gonna be a desperate attempt. No ults to work with. Anybody make it in? There's the touch. Lampa just barely makes it at the top of the screen. Kirito, Shadow Step, Break Form, on to the point. Anything and everything. And try to get something going here. It's going to be a Kiri. Oh, throw it on to the objective. Kirito trying to find the Winston. Can't lock down Pella. Pella heads up to the back coastal side. Primal range now in play as we head out to the point. And the counter Kitsune rush from ZoKorp almost got Pella into the gap. That was such a good primal. Is not going to let you escape. The D-Mech, the follow-up on the Kirito. Pella looking more and more Korean by the second. Rocking the Gesture Championship skin, but they get taken down. It's the tenacity. My goodness, Harmony just don't know that they were supposed to lose that fight. Nobody told them. They hang on. They swing that somehow or another. I know, right, Zaitu? Thank you, Zaitu. I appreciate it. We're working on it. We're working on it. Hey, honestly, the viewership has been wonderful through these playoffs, and I really appreciate everybody's support. And if that keeps up, we will hit partners sooner than later. So, y'all just keep supporting, and we'll get there. And I can't thank y'all enough for every one of you for being here. Whether it's just lurking, hanging out. I mean, I appreciate every one of you. Y'all remind me, I also owe XCal's 6 dad jokes from last night, by the way. I totally spaced on XCal's dad jokes last night. Good execution there. Tools, Kirito. Starting to find their rhythm here a little bit. And a very comprehensive fight with good high ground control. Oh, I promise I appreciate it. That's very kind of y'all to say. Yep, there's a rundown. The defense matrix is just a touch late. Excuse me, it was right on time. There was no defense matrix. There's no fending that off. I just saw the defense matrix. It was to protect Kirito. Obviously, my dumbass realized there halfway through that Death Blossom. Beautiful ambush. And once again, we're seeing Harmony. I mean, really kind of lock in here in this third point. The most dominant they have looked in a couple of maps. Talisman recall forced early. Pella lives onto the point, initiates COT. May have to just use this primal to try to keep the overtime going. And then you're going to have a whole bevy of ultimates, including this Kitsune Rush to start things off. Kirito fighting in that is just going to be putting out truckloads of damage. Pulls from Lampet lands. And they both come up with pieces of tax here on this point. 2 apiece. 2-1 lead. And Harmony. We're fighting back here. We're going all the way to the side of the map. Both these final 2 flashpoints, if we need them, will be on this half of the map. They were getting an early engagement with this Kitsune, where the Social has the answer in the form of that sound barrier. I mean, it was just a perfectly timed sound barrier. Well played. Waited it out. I think it was a good call. Feels like Harmony knew they... Ooh! Wait, Kiwi? Kiwi again? Kiwi again? Oh, Promise, y'all are amazing. Promise, y'all are amazing. Thank you. Zaitu, Faceted, Jinhara, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank y'all so much for being here. All right. Harmony in control. 20% on the board. Pella makes a swap onto a Ramatra. I don't know that I've seen the Pella Ramatra at all. Yeah, at least not against this team. I'm hearing a Death Blossom. Kirito does not have the cover of tools this time around. And manually, with a Sojourn swap at some point, is able to find that kill. Graveyard has changed their own hero. I mean, we got full on. We're going into brawl here. ZoKorp decided they need a big change. And it seems to have worked. They've made a really nice adjustment here. You're able to keep Kiwi and Talisman in their, in their respective heroes. And manually builds up towards an overclock in wicked time. Oh, Warren, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate the gifty. I appreciate the gifty so very much. All right. Keep an eye on Limpet with this pulse. I mean, just... feels like they have Deadeye accuracy with these pulse bombs. You know is hunting Graveyard. You know is hunting that Brig. I know when I'm on Tracer. You can smell the Brig. There it is. Oh! Drop down, not quite enough. Manually ends up being the target after pulling the trigger on the OC. The pulse goes a bit wide. Lampet has to recall out of there. Self-destruct used from tools. That is way back in that side room. What's going on back there? Kitsu to get onto this point. Kirito low, trying to get into the thick of it. Kiwi has the second Kitsune rush, and Pella's going to have an annihilation and should draw this out to a 99 fight. Kirito trying to make life difficult, open things up with this flank. See if they can swing wide, but they're going to get marked off, forced out. Yeah, Kiwi's going to get that kill as they move back onto the point. The brawl swap. It works like a charm here for ZoKorp. What an adjustment. What does Harmony do going over to Gardens? We're going to see Kirito swap into the Symmetra.
Next, Flashpoint Garden.
Sound Barrier versus Rally. We've seen, it feels like Harmony have kind of gone second in these support ult trades. Especially in the ones where they found success. But you don't see a Rally typically pop first. Yeah, there's a disengage backwards. Okay, we disengaged. Teleport from Kirito perhaps might have forced that. Now throw one towards stairs. Try to match Talisman. Bit of a compression. Lampet lands on the pulse. Finds that juicy break that we were talking about on Palace. You know what? Had to wait a little bit for dinner, but ends up getting to eat after all. The annihilation will not be enough to keep Pella alive through the onslaught. OC from manually. Talisman finds two! Tools gets the swish on a Talisman with the rematch, but the jump shot from manually locates Juno's dome. Tools still is able to stay locked in with them. It's a 2v1. Tools with no health. Kitsu in play. So reinforcements have shown up. Still nobody in control of this point. Rally has now been popped. His Graveyard is going to try to win out this broken fight. The Ramatra is back in play. Graveyard backs up. Lets Pella kind of move on to the objective. Pops the Nemesis form. Do what Ramatra can do. Take space. Command space. Manually goes down. Socials traded. And this looks like ZoKorp have the positional advantage here. Yeah, they're going to try to chase this. Ooh, okay. Kirito striking back. You're missing the speed, though. You can see it's kind of a slow walk forward. There was no social here to push that attack. Kitsu. Oh, too late to save Tools. Social, one clipped. Oh my goodness. Talisman had that one on lock. That was, I mean, I wish I could do that. I've practiced for hundreds of hours and could not do that. Much less on a Lucio riding the wall. What an opener. And that, just like that, snap of the fingers. We get half the team's gone. Point belongs to ZoKorp. One more fight win. I'm just going to send him up to championship point. Harmony looking to tie it up, but it would take them a couple of fight wins here to take this map. Harmony trying to play this as slow as they can. They have no ultimates to work with. Social's the only one even close. You need something in the neutral. You need Lamp to get a one clip. You've got a great wall up. Maybe it's Tools who can deliver. The Kitsu is in it manually. Gets the collect kill. Piercing through Kirito and Social's domes. That is going to do it. Talk about a nail in a coffin. This one went through too. ZoKorp move up to championship point. Talisman still crashing out about the rematch kill. Oh, that new skin is so loud. Esperanca pick, Freya banned out. The one map that Elements of Harmony were able to win in the upper bracket finals was an Esperanca pick, but they had the ball banned out. They had to spin the Wrecking Ball ban here on Suravasa, and they weren't quite able to get it done. Now you're going to, Pella has this option, this enormous option, if they even want to use it. I mean, we saw go into the Ramatra here to counter Tools' Diva and find great success. What stands out in the stat card there from map 3? It looks pretty darn close. I mean, we went to a 5th flashpoint there on Suravasa. What an adjustment! I mean, it felt like Harmony had it in the bag. They were looking locked in. The Diva comp was working for them. ZoKorp make the big change over into the brawl. They bring out the Ramatra. They bring out, they make the big move of taking Graveyard off of the Wuyong, recognizing that was no longer going to work. Something that had been, something that found 13k damage for them in map 2. They make the call that it's no longer going to work. You need the rally. You need the brig into that brawly aspect to help protect your own backline going into this brawl and to help keep the Diva at bay. You help keep the Tracer at bay. You saw those whip shots coming up big. We're getting ready to head into map 4. It was a Lucio ban. Or we had a Freya ban out of Harmony. And we'll get the Lucio ban out of ZoKorp. I still want to make a Zeta keychain. Like their gun charm. Like an all-metal keychain in that Z. I think would be so rad. Love me some Zeta Division. I know, Maddie, I know. Manually, actually, we saw a wonderful lock with this Soj at the end of that map, where has been using the Freya, has been finding a lot of success with the Freya, not just in this series, but in the upper bracket final prior. So this change kind of spans back, not just the 3 maps we've seen here, but the 4 maps before that. Pella to start on the Wrecking Ball. You can see early ingress just to make this high ground a little uncomfortable. Not allow Harmony to just set up and shoot down range. In fact, Social getting the brunt end of some water to the face. Say a little splash in the face might wake you up. Well, it puts Social down. I was Lego building, please no fire. No, you do your Lego thing. It's fine. It's a team effort. It's a team effort. It is all good.
Hey, great work, team. Let's keep it going.
These long distance shots. I was curious if one of them actually hit something. All right. Anyway, nobody's on the point. Yeah, kind of ended with a net neutral there after that first team fight. Like every pop I went to, wait, you're on your way back. Right, you're on your way back. What I get for watching chat. I'm trying to keep up with the line. Tip on the high ground. And what's going back in that Cassidy? Probably feels good to get the chaps back on. Put the 10-gallon hat on after we had the cast band out there in map 3. Good opening pick here if I manually with a shot to the dome. some chunky damage onto Pella, and Tools there to finish it off. So another fight win, or actually probably our first convincing fight win here on Esperanca. This one leaves you with all 5 alive and 5 check marks to work with going into this next team fight. This is going to be a explosive fight. Okay, manually push up to window. Oh, an aggressive push in. Tools trying to cut you off at the pass. Instead, open up a little bit of room. Talisman to manually sneak out. OC in play against the D-Mech. Self-destruct will not prevent your escape. Pella turns the corner to find that kill. Slams in on attempt. Mine's ready to go. Manually able to find a pick on the social while that's happening. Oh, the boop off the high ground. Lampent about to go Super Saiyan, says Redix. Lampent has honestly been going kind of Super Saiyan all match. Lampent's been pretty fire. We are all Pelophiles? Wow, Ayante. Whoa. Whoa. Man. That is a wildest hashtag. That is a wild hashtag, y'all. Play with fire. That is our 3rd ult invested here from Harmony. Social's going through in the force. Lampent gets the title blast. Moves in, finds Graveyard. Actually ends up getting a trade. Ooh, but Talisman finds themselves right in front of Lampent's crosshairs. Did not recognize the Tracers directly behind them. And it ends up basically just being a 1-clip to finish off Talisman. Pella just gets a double roll through, as you do. Okay, Pella manually just too good. Manually tried to slide away. Tim not letting you out. Mods hate ZoKorp. I mean, it was I don't know that hey. Y'all respect FACEIT. That's all I'm saying. Y'all respect FACEIT. If she thought it was towing the line, you know what? We're gonna trust her judgment here today, alright, y'all? Oh, what am I doing? Talisman's gonna pick up a pair with this pulse bomb. Dude, I'm telling you, the stick rate's been unreal. Actually, it's Lampent whose stick rate's been unreal, but Talisman has been damn good too. Ain't no party like a Pele party. The Pele party don't stop. We keep rolling, rolling, rolling. All right, checkpoint picked up here. I'm sorry, I'll lock in. ZoKorp with a very important lead, a very important checkpoint. At this 5-minute mark, let's take a look at some stats here. Manually sitting about 5K. On the high ground with an overclock ready to go. Y'all be nice to my mod. In peace, no 7K. I see what you did there. Graveyard with a self-blast. We get a response thrown onto Tools. Don't keep them alive through this. This is starting to feel a bit scrappy here at Esperanca. Oh, manually messes up the jump while not making up to the high ground. We're gonna get a good fight win. Graveyard hunted down. Tools finds 3 in this fight. Pella tried to bot steal. No such luck. It is a flawless win. 5 alive from Harmony. Oh my goodness. All right. Checkpoint picked up. Harmony looking much more in form. Mines from Pella didn't get a whole lot done here. Oh, just barely makes it back to the point. You get a wave to try to keep you alive, but the extra healing is just matched there from Social on the other side. Talisman does plant another great pulse bomb. That's 2 sticks in a row. Talisman gets the kill on the Lampent as well. So you do get a lead achieved here. Oh, and then Judo hunted down. Talisman finds their third. Tools out of back. Talisman does not get squished this time. You see, he takes that extra step back. Okay, we're going to give a wide berth of that match. And ZoKorp will get the bot. They do lose the lead by about 170 centimeters. Oh, beautiful. Thread the needle. Tip locates manually down range. What a shot and what an important kill to get. The Sojourn off the table. You're going to make everybody else question. And now with Pella gone, that's just going to be a fight win. They hurt my feelings. I somehow doubt that. Arcadium, I appreciate the follow. What were the maps? Okay, we've had Samoa. Then we had Watchpoint Gibraltar. Then we had Suravasa. Now we're on map 4 of Esperanca. ZoKorp came through with a 1-0 lead to start the series because of a winner bracket final advantage, and they have a 3-1 currently in the championship. Now they're trying to win it out, at least this fight, with their title blast, but not able to get the connection. Temp will send them packing the other way, create some space here on the point with this Deadeye. Let's go to, who the hell is Soaks? Oh, Soaks has been around the scene for a hot minute. Social media manager in the Overwatch community. Tip and Lampent find early picks, and Harmony are on track to force another map here. With 65 seconds to go, Tip gets the roll headshot on a Talisman. Now, the Kitsu, I mean, I guess, the Kitsu won it out for you. You know what? Fair enough. No, good Kitsu. Get Kitsu. The Tide Pod? I know. I agree, Maddie. I know. I've heard her call it the Tide Pod. I love it a lot. I think the Tide Pod's a really good name. I try to use official names. I just realized I was building my Legos wrong. Oh, faceted. I'm sorry.
This ends now.
I like the beamer. Manually. Overclock up top. Self-destruct from tools. Just to get back in mech. Woo! That was a dangerous move. Lampent just playing spy here. Played in enemy territory. Thought they were in a blue outline for a second. Pulse ready to go. 10 seconds on the clock, and all Harmony have to do is just hold. They have the ults to work with. Lampent's Pulse doesn't land, but we do get the Tidal Blast thrown onto Lampent, and they'll use that Tide Pod to put Graveyard and, well, the entirety of ZoKorp down. Elements of Harmony will take map 4. Start clawing their way back up in this series. Temp, that was pretty dinky. This was pretty dinky. Is this the rolling headshot too? Right. Whoop. Yeah. Yeah, that rolling headshot was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. That was pretty dinky. You get him, Temp. You get him. No kidding. Aatlis pick here out of ZoKorp. We're not even seeing Aatlis in OWCS, right? Into new territory here, friends. Right? It was 3-1 was the previous matchup. We have not seen Kings yet, but otherwise we have seen all 3 of these maps. We did get Harmony winning Esperanca. You know what? They won Esperanca last time. So that was their 1 map pick that they were able to win in the upper bracket finals. We will get a side swap, so ZoKorp will head into the red outlines here. And a Reaper ban. Okay. Okay. Now, I can see with Aatlis plays a lot more close quarters. I can see us kind of getting back into a little bit of that brawl. Let's look at some stats there from that 4th map. What stands out there for map 4? I mean, God, just a dominant Esperanca, right? And it was back and forth there in the beginning. It felt like, a lot of these teamfight wins were in the first half of the map. Once we got to Yellow Bus, it was all Harmony. You're looking at Temp leading the lobby there. The Dinker on the cast, 21-5 with 1 point shy of 11k damage. And so we have Temp staying in, which I think we may end up in, you know, this map is known for being a little bit more brawly. So I could have seen a Kirito sub in on this map. I absolutely could have seen that. But we are going to keep Temp in. We said it was a Reaper ban. They're out of ZoKorp, and it's going to be a Ramantra ban here from Harmony. We have got a series on our hands. All right, let's get into it. It's time for map 5. I'm sorry, Phoenix. You were a touch late. There's 5 minutes on him, too. It's 5 minutes. It's 5-minute preds. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint. Station.
We're headed into station. Pella does stick with the ball manually. Pulls out the wrinkle. Okay. I was expecting a bit of a wrench to get thrown in. I was not expecting Torb. I was not expecting Roadhog. I was expecting Graveyard to put out truckloads of damage. This is nothing new. Opening pick on Temp. And that Cassidy is just too important. I feel like the Cassidy is going to be the core of this composition, right? Either that or, I mean, maybe the hook? You know, play around that Roadhog and those hook cooldowns. But that is, it's all based on getting those picks, and you need one of those too. Drinking Red Bull out of my $50 Overwatch mug. Too broke to afford either of those things. I know, Red Bull's expensive, right? Okay, so far it's just a rotation around the high ground. Oop. Oh my goodness. I meant to do that. Totally meant to do that. Yeah, it's just a bit of a do-si-do. So Pella kind of just hold him on the objective. Lamp it, sit down, put some point pressure. You know, you pull Pella out of the fight for a moment. But just good rotations. I mean, so far, ZoKorp just doing a great job of maintaining their distance, playing around the hook. Graveyard right in Tools' face will end up getting that kill. But very patient play there out of ZoKorp. They just poke down Harmony throughout the entirety of this fight on station. Start off with the 1-0. Jono, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Says, let's go social. And yet another map with a garden point. Which teams play in the NA EMEA Showdown? That's a great question, Render. We are going to get these two teams, so Harmony and ZoKorp will play in that showdown alongside SR Peak Check with LH Cloudy and the Reinhardt, ML7 there in that back line, taking on U3, who has a wrecking ball extraordinaire by the name of Golden Pants, and Senna playing hit scan for him. It's going to be an awesome, awesome event. That match was a fantastic grand finals earlier today. Highly recommend going and checking it out. Kitsu in play, but looks like the Minds of Pella are going to get the job done. Manually finds a pair in this fight, and we're going to get yet another great opener here from ZoKorp. Yeah, let's just say there have been no deaths from ZoKorp thus far. Graveyard leading the server damage at 3,200. Get Dirt in here, we've got a hog. Oh, Dirt's a favorite on this stream. We love Dirt. We've had Nightmare Rotation. We cast Nightmare Rotation on the stream plenty of times. In fact, you know, I'm sure we'll cast him again. Tip swapping to a Sombra. Trying to find a pick here. And we are going to get a pause. Maddie. Winton? I said win 10. It may be on cooldown. It may be on cooldown. That is a grab thrown in from Tools. Actually, an enormous grab. Look at that. Caught 3 in it, including the Wrecking Ball Apella. But still player advantage. I think it was only 1 kill result of the grab. It was a 4v3 until these cleanup kills. Now it's just Social trying to get away. Wait, why is my brig emote not working? Unfair. Tools finds a very important pick. Kitsu exchange for both of our squads. I like the angle. This, a better corner for Harmony to play around. It also extended onto the point to where you can swing a little bit. Oh, very, very well placed Kitsu from Juno. And, I mean, man, Harmony needed that one bad. This map, this championship was about to slip between their fingers until that Juno Kitsu. Oh, come on, Shift. I need you to work for me, bud. There we go. Tip gonna try to keep everybody behind. Oh, no, actually tried to teleport in behind the shield itself. Pella receives the tidal blast. Tip just kind of nopes out of there. Oh, I think Pella was trying to hit high ground. Oh, looking for the roll through. Eventually, we'll find that pick. It's Talisman who melts through everybody with the Symmetra. Unwanted Overwatch. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I love Overwatch. Or did we get a Mercy Res out of spawn? I didn't see it. Photon from Lampit to start things off. Going over to the right-hand side, see if they can isolate, keep it manually. Manually runs back into the mines, throws the Molten Core out on the point. Tool's still sticking with them. Manually dancing around the pillar. Pillar finds one of the backline. Manually just survives for way too long. Eventually, the peel will take Tools out of back. Lampit finding that pick, though, I think has given a player advantage. Oh, actually, it's a 3v3 left on this point. 98%. We get the touch. Kitsu now in from ZoKorp on this point. Lampit is able to find a pick, and Juno gets their own Kitsune Rush into play. Harmony stay alive with Juno finding a pair of kills here to end up this fight. 73% on the board. We have no Tracer, no Lucio. Yep, teleporter's not gonna get close enough, no touch. Oh, now it showed up. Yeah, I got the string of text earlier as well, Maddie, so that's... Whoever said that, like, I got the same string of text. I hate it when it does that. Give me my brig emote. It looks great now. See, when Jason puts it in, it doesn't show up. Oh, wait a minute. Interesting. Oh, I see what's happening there. It's a sub emote, and Stream Elements doesn't have sub perms. The sub perms. That's what's happening. That's funny. God, I must have moved it into the sub emotes. That's what's happening. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. First cap goes over to ZK. What is this? Bizarre? Yeah, this is Bizarre. Okay, Kitsu thrown in from Juno. Photon barrier split the point, sorry. Mine's out right in the middle. Let's say, keep an eye on this Kiwi Pop here. Have this Kitsu is a little bit behind, but I mean, now Social's trying to throw in a beat. Harmony not able to find any value on that early Kitsune rush. The Mine's really doing a lot to keep them at bay, I think. Now you get Kiwi able to respond with their own ultimate. Feels like an advantage going over to ZK, but Social finds a low manually and is able to claim that kill. Tip trying to chase Pella off this point. Still, you have ZK are in control of the objective. Tip locates another pit. We will get a flip here, but it's 99% on the board. Oh, Elliot, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate y'all. Welcome, Raiders. Razor, you can always have a shout out. Let's give a shout out to Razor. It does take forever. But hey, in 3 years and 15 minutes, kind of, you know, the delay will catch up. And then definitely give Razor a shout out. We love our Dilducks around here. Pillow with the title blast. See if they can secure this championship. Run it in, you get the knockdown on the tools. Lampet's already down. It's Graveyard, and of course it's Graveyard. Huge rejuvenating wave. Keep the team alive. Talisman runs in for the chase. Tools has already picked up one, has been able to escape towards the jump pad. Talisman finds themselves in a bit of an awkward spot. Social gets a kill. I think Harmony might have actually given themselves the edge here. A beautiful rotation. You catch Talisman right as they come through the teleporter. And Harmony out-rotate ZoKorp here in this 4th point on Bazaar. We're headed to Garden. I need to get a command, don't I? I should. That's a good idea. Said we're headed to Garden for our 5th and final flashpoint.
Next flashpoint, Town Center.
Oh, Town Center. Excuse me. We already did Garden. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I don't have a command. I'll have to get that built for you. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. This is gonna be a big ult fight. It's gonna be a big rock show. With 5 available, it wouldn't surprise me to see Juno go first, but we've seen Harmony just want to go second kind of all day long. This one in response to the photon barrier. Now we get the ult start to get layered in. Sound barrier, Mines on the point. We've had 6 ults, I believe, invested thus far. Pella tried to roll through, nobody in control of this objective. A bit of a do-see-do around the start. Watch Tim. Tim's getting sped around that far left-hand side, swinging to the left. He's going to find that kill on the Kiwi. And Social picks up Talisman in that same move. So a big wide swing. Graveyard with the self-blast. Just Tide Pods Tim right back into spawn. And ZK looking to swing a scrappy high ult investment fight. I mean, that was 8 ultimates, 7 ultimates. 4 from ZK, 3 from Elements of Harmony. Oh, Tim! With a slick double kill! Oh my! Impeccable accuracy on display. And a very quick retake in the works here from Elements of Harmony. Razor is Mr. Dilduck. Razor's Mr. CEO, you kidding? And just a generally awesome and handsome dude. Super nice guy. Good head on his shoulders. We stand some Razor around these parts. Oh my goodness, Graveyard's in trouble. Like the whole squad the hit squad just got sent after Graveyard. The bounty was out. And the entirety of Harmony put on their black trench coats and went and hunted down the waterbender. Mines on point, Tools tiptoeing around a dangerous set of presence left here from Pella. But 79% counting on the board here from ZoKorp as they look to force, from Harmony, as they look to force this map 6. A final map. What would be a final map? Kitsu up from Kiwi. Manually with the Molten Core here. Could throw, will get thrown right over the Kitsune Rush. The response from Juno. Once again, we see Harmony trying to go second to this, and they're going to layer in a sound barrier at the very end of this fight. Tools is able to find Pella with that extra health and get Graveyard as well. I think they've done it. Tim picks up a kill. Harmony take map 5. One final map to determine the king of NA. And Temp will get player of the game. Player of the match, I mean. What am I trying to say? Play of the game. For the second map in a row. Indeed, Temp looking very dinky once again. Let's get that point on the board. We're all knotted at 3 apiece. What a great map. Let's see. What's our pick? Oh, I didn't see our pick. I'm so sorry. I was so interested in our stats. I did not see our pick. Oh man, I'm losing my voice. What a match. What an insane series. It all comes down to this final pick. A Kiriko ban. Interesting ban there out of Harmony. I would not say I expected the Curie ban. Actually, EOH banning out the Winton, right? EOH banning out the Winton. The Kiriko's getting banned by ZK here. Graveyard ends up with 12k damage, by the way. They're in that map 5, 21 and 6. They're in that 3-2 of Aatlis. 12k damage, 12.6k damage. Like, is Graveyard leading the lobby? No. Timp had 17k, good lord. But Graveyard is leading his team. Graveyard has the most damage on the team. That's wild. I mean, Tools at 13k and Temp is leading the lobby at 17k. They're in that match. PDK, whoa. Asterisks the first of 4. Maybe the piece that you're missing there in that equation. It is a first of 4. If that's what you're asking, like why they're playing another map, even though there's already. Remember the ducks. Remember the ducks. Tools go ahead into a Sigma here over the defense. In this map 6, we're going to get Juno into the Baptiste. Playing very pokey, but not with a whole lot of range. Once again, we're seeing the manually versus Tip, Freya versus Cassidy duel. Tip backs up, rotates the top of this corner, and this is where our first real fight's going to begin. Little flank there, Talisman and Lambert fighting for control of coast and main. Pella poking in from around the water tower. Woo! Graveyard. Somehow gets that rejuvenating wave down low to top Pella up. I thought Pella was toast for sure. Pella's still very low. Kiwi able to top him up. Hiding on this back coast side. Giving a sharp eye on Kiwi. You gotta think the auto would be a point of contention, a weak spot. This is the stick onto Graveyard here from Lambent to find first blood. Talisman answers back. Tit for tat. Gets the stick. Ooh, what a lamp. Juno in there with the immortality field, able to keep Juno alive. Throw that. Lampet able to send Talisman packing. This defense hangs on, through a tense moment inside the room, but a beautiful immortality field from Juno keeps him on top. Ball chew. Thank you, Faceted, for pinning that. Yes. They are called Elements of Harmony now. Our alternate doesn't really exist. Poor alternate. Whoa. Oh, one does not simply one-clip Graveyard. Now you've got the That was actually Pella receiving the Tide Pod. Whoop. Temp trying to do Deadeye from inside around Mega, but Pella and the rest of ZK able to clean up outside. Tim kind of got caught inside that small room, giving up a lot of space. The creeping Lampin just got found out. Oh, give me some Talisman Pop. That would have been too perfect. Tool's just eating a few more seconds off the clock. We are eventually going to get the cap. It did take about 3 minutes here for ZK to find this opening point, but find it they shall. Neol says, let's go, Kiwi. Man, Kiwi's been outstanding here today. Has a nano boost to work with here for this next fight. Might just see a nano talisman here. ZK able to win that with just the title blast thrown in that previous fight. Hot take, mangoes are the best fruit, hands down. I don't know. I do like some kiwis. Woo! Mind Stone right where Lampit was about to recall into. Unfortunately, blinks back to the Mega. Rally from Social. They ended up, I think, isolated by those mines. They were deep, deep behind enemy lines. Manually gets the nano boost. Lampit hits 2. I was talking about Lampit has just been a demon with these pulse bombs today, and that's another one. Nice 3-piece for Lampit to save this defense. Wow, what a clutch. The accuracy of a Deadeye with these pulses. Unbelievable. I knew I should have just kept it a Lampit pop for you. Unreal. All right, Talisman with the blast. Runs in, gets the knockdown, gets the stick. Okay, double ult investment, but you get Juno out and you follow up with a one clip on the Social. Well played out of Talisman. Proving that Lampit is not the only exceptional Tracer in the lobby, but they are the only living Tracer currently on the battlefield. You do still have Pella here, making life a little difficult. Rejuvenating wave. Keep Pella alive and rolling. And this cart will continue to roll. Ooh, that's close. Do we get a recontest? That is extraordinarily close. Yeah, I like the 4 on the cart. ZoKorp wins so Izzy doesn't kill me all in the old. Manually, sounds like being pressured by Lampit here, but the recall does get forced. Good shots out of Temp. Finds first blood in this fight. Kiwi 75% towards this nano boost. But Lampit plants another one! God, Lampit, the stick rate has just been uncanny. God, just unreal. Lampit, I mean, with a MVP style performance here today. Then we see Temp gets a silver bullet to finish off Graveyard. We're gonna get the clock down to 30 seconds. Cap was under 5 meters before that contest came in. It was so darn close. Jason, you're not wrong. Passage can clearly dish it out. Nano boost. Where are you going with it? Throw this onto the Tracer. Send Talisman in. They're going to try to keep Pella alive. It's going to be onto Pella up top. And we're trying to kill forced early. Pella's in on a 1v3. Tried to exist. Now with an Ant Matrix up. Was looking for the roll through. Juno was so low. It would have taken just one fireball to get it done. Still, 5 alive. The defense trying to emerge out of the Mega Room. I'm going to stick the camera in a bad spot. Tim is going to find a kill with the Deadeye. Tools is low. Manages to get the fly through. And the kill on to Pella. Graveyard finds Social on the point. Talisman is still here as well. Graveyard goes down. And Talisman, the last player alive. The defensive harmony stopped this card on point B.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
When I grow up, I want to be Talisman. I don't know. I feel like I couldn't choose between Talisman and Lampet. Yeah, as Redix immediately responds, go Lampet. God, the stick rate has just been so unreal. Please tell me somebody clipped that prediction stick earlier. That was stupid good. Lampet is so sticky. Lampet is so sticky.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Just a bit of a scout. And we end up getting Social going over to the brig as a result of that scouting there from the Lampet Sombra. Even though Kirito isn't in, we know he's the real carry. I respect it. I respect it, Benjamin. Oh, there you go. Beautiful trigger discipline out of Lampet to find this first kill. Lampet is just him. My God. I don't even want to take it. As soon as I take it off of Lampet Palm, I feel like he's just going to do something amazing. Tip actually with a very powerful high ground position. I mean, just a little flash fan on the Pella, and they're not able to hold cart. The haranguement and harassment eventually will wear down the cooldowns of this Harmony squad. Turns out Talisman and Graveyard still got some power behind him as well. First minute has beaten off the clock here from ZK. Nevin says both tracers looking like me out there. I know, right? Same. Totally. Lampet has to run away here. This is your attacking tracer, by the way, that far behind enemy lines. Going to grab a mega. Kiwi building up towards this Nano. Looking for Pella. Oh, with a reload at a bad time. Pella is critical. The Nano now online. You got the prediction clip? Thank you, Faceted. Amazing. Manually is going to be the one to receive the Nano boost. You're going to get the DMAC onto tools with that. Good blocking from Social, but they end up shield bashing just into a bad spot, and the reset, I believe, came through on the comms. Dion cart call with less than 2 minutes to go from Harmony. NA does not play a lot of Hanzo. No, actually, Yate. Actually, a very interesting observation. Vex is on a different team. Vex is on Boot Troop, who came in third. They got eliminated last night in the lower bracket finals by this Harmony squad. And a map 5 banger, as a matter of fact. And Matrix up here from Judo. Oh my God! And Talisman throws in just the world's largest bola shot. What was that? Oh my! That bolo shot just yanked everybody into the mines. That was one of the coolest, most unexpected wombo combos I've ever seen. I'm stunned. My jaw's on the floor. Pella left the attacking Harmony in tatters. Now trying to pick up themselves by the pieces. Move in with less than a minute to go. Lampet needs a stick, gets it! Developer's another one. It's like 17 for 17 on sticks here in this match. Immortality Field out of the back line. Tim trying to see if they can keep Pella at bay. Everybody from Harmony just moves forward. Like, get up close, huddle around this cart. Let Lampet and Tools protect you. Tools heads to the high ground. Talisman and Pella here to try to hold the cart. Pella rolls in, see if they can find these supports. Tools literal one will get DMAX. Deadeye over the point here from Tim. Trying to just protect. Oh, and will. Tim will get 2. This is going to be a point on the board. Tim gets 3. My goodness. We move into Junkertown. where the box of victory is just around the corner. The championship awaits one of these teams here on this point. Can ZK hold? Can Harmony find that box of victory? They got to make it almost to the back. Tip is going to find an opening pick on it manually, and that's enormous. Manually had a bolo shot. The last one, fight winning. Gateway does have a nano boost to play with. Nade does not land, and Lampet's going to find that kill. Pella will get the nano boost, finds Judo in this. Lampet on this point continues, just anchor the cart. We're moving forward, inching closer and closer to the crown. Pella will come in with a touch. Manually has got to be getting back onto this point here soon. See if this bolo shot will be enough to stop this cart. Joshua will pop the rally on the point, is keeping Talisman at bay. Manually throws in the bolo shot, does not land, gets the tidal blast, and finds a kill on the temp. The defense holds, but it costs them 5 ultimates. I mean, the nano boost was used at the beginning of the fight, but there was literally 4 ultimates thrown right there at the very end. Mines, Pulse, Bolo Shot, and Tide Pod, all invested. You're going to have an Amp Matrix as well as a Deadeye. Have ZK just thrown away their championship with this economy. Anti lands onto Juno. Lampet goes down. Graveyard might have just saved him with some opening poke here. This at least gives you time to maybe build up towards, a Pulse Bomb or something. The Graveyard playing miles away. Tools, Tip, and the remaining 2 players move up to the high ground. Temp drops a Deadeye. Trying to find some space. Had the skull on manually risks that to get a stick in. Build up a little bit more towards this bolo shot. Talisman 75% towards a pulse bomb. And a bit of a duel there with Lampet. In the Mega Room, Juno has an Ant Matrix covering the point. Kiwi gets the kill. Urana delivers a very important pick here. Late, 20 seconds to go. Lampet finds the kill on the Pella. Tools is able to get manually. Let me give me some Lampet Pov on this point. Pulse Bomb ready to go. And that is it. Lampet finds 2. Harmony win it out. They pull it back from a 3-1 deficit to claim the championship and claim the crown. Kings of North America. What a series! Oh my. Oh my. Unreal. The Bull of Mines combo was so good. The Bull of Mines combo was so good. But Lampet and those sticks. Lampet comes out 22-6. Temp comes out 16k damage, 20-8. I mean, just enormous damage output from Temp. The Dinker and the Sticker. The old Dink and Stick. The deadliest duo in North America past the pro. Unbelievable finish. A huge congrats to Elements of Harmony. Able to pull out the 4-2 upset. Able to find their revenge after dropping that 1-3 upper bracket finals. Harmony had to fight their way back through the lower bracket. They had to fight through your #1 seed of Boop Troop. And one of the closest matches of the season. It's back-to-back final map finishes here for Harmony. They get taken to 5 there in your lower bracket finals. We're down 1-2 and had to fight back. We're down 1-3. I'm torn on getting Temp player of the match, your MVP for these grand finals, just from the sheer damage output. Juno says, give it to Temp. All right. Right as I was talking about it. I mean, Temp's damage output is outrageous. Lampet sticks all day long were so clutch. You know what? When Juno comes in and says, give it to Temp, we're going to give it to Temp. Temp, your MVP here of your grand finals. Incredible finish to Season 6 here for North America Master Division. A huge congratulations to Elements of Harmony. But hey, you know what? We're going to see both of these teams. We're going to see both of these teams in our Master Division international show match as they will take on SRP Check and Mew3 in an awesome little bracket between these 4 squads. It's going to be amazing. 4-3 Harmony. My goodness. All right, Temp, your MVP of this grand finals. Absolutely. Let's do a Temp interview. Also, by the way, Temp won that Cassidy gun. Won that Cassidy gun in our giveaways last Sunday when we were the featured co-streamer. And so, you know, had the Bull Skunk buff. Had the Bull Skunk buff, you know, from the cast gun. I'm just saying. All right, I'm setting up an interview for y'all. We're going to get a winner's interview here. We are getting all of Elements of Harmony in here.
Yeah, Wuffy.
What is up?
What is up, my champions? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are we feeling? Like, what's the general feeling right now? Are we in disbelief? Are we just are we elated? Are we just kind of glad it's over?
Did it.
How are we feeling?
We actually did it.
Let's go.
I don't know, my hands are tingly.
I feel like shit, bro. But we won, so that's all that matters.
Oh,
Bailed out once again by mechanics.
Bro,
Another day, another dollar.
oh my god, every single map, there were maybe 10, 15, 20, I can't even count how many times during that series where I think, oh fuck, it's over. And then Temp just fucking walks somewhere and just kills 3. Like, genuinely, oh my
North
god.
American courts.
amazing. Absolutely
Sorry for
amazing.
language.
All good.
I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. What does this mean? Let's go. Social, I'm gonna direct this right at you because I've watched your journey through, through FACEIT League from season 2 moving forward. You and Temp, kind of the core of this roster, back all the way back into season 2. Fought your ass up in that legendary, lower bracket run to make it into Master Division, and then to finally fight your way up and claim the championship. What has this journey been like? What does it mean to you to finally, in the squad, to finally get this crown?
It's been a long journey. Like you said, back season 2, we played under Tanuki with some great staff, great coaches back there. I still owe a lot to Kaizak, who originally taught us so much about the game back under Tanuki. He was an insane coach. And then leading into the future seasons, getting our butts kicked a little bit in Masters League, season 3, and then just kind of grinding through, picking up Kirito, who's been a great addition. Off the game and on the game, I just enjoyed so much with him, bringing him up through all of us together. He's been a great addition. It's really been a journey of growth and pains and learning and a ton of mistakes I've made. I think we all have done that in game and out of game with reputations, egos, all that kind of stuff. But I really just think we took as a team every single opportunity we could to learn from all of our little mistakes and truly grow from them, and then just honestly play our best. And we had some amazing, this season, our coaching staff was insane. The amount of dedication and time we've had. We started on an alternate, had to stray away as that org is taking a break from the scene. Right. But the amount of hours our coaches put in, just unpaid, just here, just grinding. Our mental coach Flo helped so much. Before that final map, I was really queasy to my stomach and ended up just giving a call, which it's 5 a.m. for him, to be honest. But he was up watching and gave him a call. He helped me through, calm my nerves. Honestly, it's been great. And I was really happy that Temp was able to shine this finals, showing that it really is the way to stick with your core, stick with your people, love the people you have, be friends in and out of the game, and just have fun. There's so many times we just laughed in the middle of a series. It's so serious, and then Temple Maywalls us out of spawn so we can't walk. It's just stuff like that where it's just really it's not all about the winning, it's about the journey and the people. And I know people say that when they win, but it really is. And you need to find your people and love your people who you play with, and then just surround yourself with great people. And I feel like I've done that here with this crew. And it's really been a great team environment. And then Tools coming in at the end of the season, dedicating so many hours. We have so many IRL obligations, all of us. It was so many sacrifices we made to finally come out here and do it. It's been awesome. And thank you so much for casting everything. Sure. You've been following our journey. It was really awesome to be able to see you casting and showing and just truly moving like up the scene and then getting recognition with FACEIT, all that. It's been awesome to see your journey and growth as well.
Oh, I appreciate that. Same champion. Same. What a journey it has been. Let's talk about some adjustments here. Let's kind of talk about this grand finals a little bit. There was adjustments made from ZoKorp on Suravasa, where they kind of made some changes. It looked like y'all were about to lock in and find the stride in the Diva comps, and then we saw an unexpected change with ZoKorp kind of going into the brawl and stuff. Y'all take it into Esperanca after that. Was there any concerns? Was there any talk of you changing your game plan after Suravasa, or was it like, let's just stick to our guns? What were y'all thinking?
We follow this rule. After the map, you have 30 seconds to talk about the last map, and then we move on. And I set a timer, and we stick to that. We adapt, we learn from it, we counter our mistakes. And I think some of the best thing that I've really picked up from tools is some of the fights you just say unlucky and go next. Like some of the fights we get one shot, we get picked, it's whatever, and we just go next, and it's just great. But honestly, I think finishing that Suravasa, it stung, but we knew how to answer that, and then we felt like, hey, there's nothing we can't face against. They have the pull out, and then Aatlis rolled around with the Sim Torb, and that was a stressor. And then we had a tech issue in the middle of the map, which just added to our stress, and we were all like so hyped and stressed in the moment. And like really, tools with the veteran knowledge was like, calm down, guys, it's okay. And we came back on that map and really played well. And then Temp just locked in. So
yeah, Temp definitely locked in. That was amazing. I don't know what you're feeding your DPS, but it's wild.
So my diet is Wingstop predominantly. I do like to cook it some nights though, and then I make like lasagna or like beef stroganoff. You know what I mean?
What? Tip, you're a dinker and a cooker?
Yeah, bro. I used to be a personal chef.
We're gonna have to keep Temp's diet a secret.
That's true. Yeah, you get the lamp for free, bro.
I made cookies before yesterday's match for me and Temp because we're in the same place. I made cookies for us. I don't know if he had one, but
that's awesome.
Cookies, who knows?
Lampet, you had like 17,000 sticks tonight. It was ridiculous. Congratulations.
Dude, I don't know where that came from.
I almost gave you player. The predictive on the talisman. We threw it around the corner what the fuck was that? That was...
Yeah, so basically the idea was we had already won fight and they were going to struggle to touch, and Talisman's recall is going to get forced no matter what. So he's going to give up on fighting me and he's going to try to go past me. So his recall will be forced. So I just waited where he was 3 seconds ago.
That was honestly, that was my favorite play of the entire, like that stick was my favorite little micro moment. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I love that.
I really appreciate that. You know, I used to like suck, and I still kind of suck, and I'm still inconsistent with pulse bombs, but I asked Zamba for some help on like sticks and stuff, and he sent me a pretty nice code. And honestly, like I sit in those Tracer 1v1 lobbies, like the old custom game from Overwatch 1, like the Li Jiang thing, and I just get shit on by diamond players for hours, and it makes me so much better. It makes me so much better.
Amazing. You know what? That's good for all of us to hear. Us lowly metal ranked players, sometimes just getting your ass beat just makes you a better player. You just gotta
all can aim. Hey, all can aim, bro. It's so scary.
There really is kind of a hidden champion behind all of this too, and it's our staff. I briefed on the coaching staff,
sure,
but our managers putting up with all of us. We have Findy and Caro, and like they put up with everything. And then Findy does scouting and analyst work, and he sits for hours and goes through everything, and then gives us all good notes on him. Gives coach great notes. I mean, it's just really insane. And then Caro was our more recent addition, but she's been super helpful. Like they both work insane jobs, but still find time, still find things to get through. It was like, it just amazes me how much time they give in for not even playing.
Right.
And then putting up with our players on the daily and our reschedules and our scheduling issues and our scrims. And it really amazes me. So I really think they shouldn't go unnoticed for all of this. It's a really a big team effort to be able to achieve something like this. There's no one individual.
The crown is worn by many hats, by many heads. Yeah, shout out the managers. Finny's an awesome dude. Shout out my Pong duo.
Yes, and the coaches. Shout out to our coaches.
There you go.
Yes, coaches too. Yes.
Absolutely. Who are your coaches? Let's name them.
It's Alex. We had Maeve earlier in the season.
Gotcha.
But it's AL3X has done some of the lifting, and he works for free, and he's the most underrated coach. And I'm saying this because I know nobody will steal him from this team. We're a family here, so unless he gets some nice paycheck, which I'll go all for it. But he's been great.
My final question: what are y'all going to do to celebrate this championship? Anything lined up? Get some food or something? Something fun?
Maybe another Scriblio match. See if Lampin knows how to smell anchovies yet.
Dude, no. Okay, unironically, like Bullskunk, let me tell you, bro. We were playing Scriblio before a warm up today, and the thing would happen where I'd get the word right, but I'd spell it wrong, and it happened like 6 times in a row. I got like 4th place. I got knocked off the goddamn podium. Everybody stole my answer and spelled it right.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And they were using Google, like they were like posting like the.
That is something that would happen to me. That is exactly something I would do.
There's the screenshot. Yeah.
This is screenshot.
Oh my god, dude.
We're showing this on stream.
Yeah.
There you go.
Serious, bro.
There you go, friends. Oh no.
So awesome.
Oh no. Amazing. Well, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for coming and doing this interview. Congratulations on an amazing season, on an amazing championship. I look forward to seeing y'all next season. And yeah, that's thank y'all for being awesome. Thank y'all for
any words from everyone.
Well, real quick, there's 7 weeks. We got to hit up the Fry Street, bro. When are we going?
You have to hit the Fry Street. You'll have to hit me up.
Just don't do it on the EUNA weekends. We're gonna take home the medal.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
We're calling the shot.
We got our eyes on Mu3. We'll have some fun. We'll put on a good showing. Hopefully not another final map. But
that's gonna be fun.
See how it goes.
I'm kind of impressed that you're like, yeah, let's just go take on another ball team. That you're like, you know what?
Whatever, bro.
We fought Pella. Now we're gonna go fight Golden Pants.
We did the NA ball team. Now let's go EU ball team. Let's see the difference.
One at a time.
But they were. I do want to say ZoKorp was insanely well, and they fought really, really well. And it's like the amount of time I know they put in too is insane. And there's a great level of respect between us. Of course, we're competition, we're components, but you mentioned that we're all in it together at the end of the day. I know you mentioned it after a stream. Like, we're all in it together. We're all climbing together. There's good trash talk. Like I said on Twitter, it's always fun. It's always fun to bring a story into the game, a little trash talk, a little poking fun.
Sure.
I try not to get carried away, but learn some lessons through that. But really, like, they played really, really well, and I just want to like respect them really well, and really want to see what they have for store this offseason and next season.
We're LFO.
We are looking for an LFO.
I forgot about that.
Somebody pick up your NA champions. Like I think getting champions will help. It should help the matter. We
reached out to a few. We're like, hey, we're gonna win it. You want us? No one want us. So
keep me posted.
We got the title now. We'll do.
Keep me posted.
I appreciate you so much, Volskunk. Thank you so much.
Yeah, y'all have a wonderful night. Congrats on an amazing series.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah. Bye, friends.
Bye.